Alright, welcome back to Pat Plays Pokemon Emerald. I'm excited to bring this next installment. So I did do research and I was right that one place was somewhere I had already caught a Pokemon, so we're just going to continue moving on here. And I think this is fine for this double battle. Okay, hello Maria. Maria, I do not want to talk to you. Get out of here. Oh. Do I have to walk? Okay, I do have to walk right in front of them, that's fine. Anywho, yeah, so I've been playing the crap out of Humankind this week. If you guys are fans of the podcast, you'll know last Friday our episode was just me and James playing Humankind, reviewing it, and giving our live kind of idea of the game itself. It's really fun. Definitely really fun with friends as well. So, and every game is a little bit different. So, anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this game, and more importantly, something that I've noticed, and I don't know if this is like a really common thing for people right now. I don't know. It just seems to have cropped up out of nowhere. Maybe it's because I'm talking to more people, talking to more girls. Is that a bunch of girls seem to believe in astrology, which to me is the most baffling thing in the world. And these are the kind of people that'll be like, oh, hey, I can't hang out, or where you'll be talking to them, right? And you'll say, hey, I can't hang out, Sunday, I gotta go to mass at, 6 o'clock or whatever you go to mass. And they'll like be like, oh, is Sky Dad gonna help you out? Like, like that kind of crap. And you're just like, I'm like, okay, I mean, everyone has their own opinions, it's fine. You disagree with me on that, that's not gonna offend me. But then like a week later, it's like, oh, well, I'm a Virgo and Mars is in waxing mode or whatever the heck they say, so I have to do that and it's really affecting my mood. And I'm like, I mean, I honestly don't understand how a celestial body several thousand miles away, I think it's like tens to hundreds of thousands of miles away, I'm not exactly sure on the distance here, but I know it's definitely further than my local grocery store, is affecting your mood. Like, does it really have that much bearing on your life? Like, in all honesty, like, I do not understand the connection there. It's like a rock orbiting a sun, is going to really just mess with how you're feeling and how you're interacting with people. It doesn't make much sense to me. By the way, we're picking up the suit sack here. I might do a little bit of grinding here, specifically to get enough ash to get the flutes, because they are kind of helpful. Oh no, this small child has surprised me. Definitely didn't see him. Yeah, no, but back on the astrology thing, it's just kind of like, and then they go around and say, well, I'm a Sagittarius, I can't date anyone who's a Cancer. And I'm like, well, I don't date people who are Cancer either. Or I do. Those are past girlfriends. But, it's like, okay, I tend to not date people because I'm not attracted to them, not because of the time of year they were born. I know people who are not nice who have been born all over the year. I don't think that the year really has much of a bearing to be like in the time of year, right? I don't think someone born in August is necessarily worse than someone born in March for me, right? Like, isn't that the idea is that, oh, our signs don't align or some crap like that? And it's like, I really don't think your sign has that much to do with your personality. I think it's more of your genetics and then how you're raised. But it just boggles my mind that they put that much stock into that. And it's just I just don't understand it. It just makes no sense to me. But they probably say the same thing about, me adhering to an organized religion's tenets that have survived the test of time. But, whatever. Right? It's like, I'll be talking to people and be like, hey, I'm Jewish or whatever, or I'm Protestant, or I'm atheist, I'm agnostic, and it's like, for these reasons, and it's like, okay, I totally understand that makes sense, no problem, right? But, you talk to these astrology people, and I'm just like, that seems beyond the pale to me. It's like, what are we back in the Neolithic period? Come on now, guys. Anywho, that rant over. It's just something that I wanted to talk about a little bit. That I've been, and it's like more than one girl that I've talked to lately. It seems to have that case. Like, it's like 5, and I'm like, why? But whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up the Roar TM here, and these guys will allow me to battle them. Again, like I said, I'm going to be holding off on the battles here. I'm not too keen on fighting a whole lot of these trainers. I'll be coming back and cleaning them up once I get a full team that I want to raise. So I can get another Pokemon here, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's a Swablu, that's a flyer and a dragon type. So I think it has higher than 40 HP. We're going to find out. We live fast and loose here at Nightmount Media. Okay, excellent. It does. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and Great Ball this. Let's go. So that's a Swablu caught right there. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that I'm excited to see and I'm hoping to see in this next little area here. I'll give it a nickname. So I did see a comment. I saw 2 comments actually. So this one's gonna be called Grill to support that one comment because it is a girl. So we'll go ahead and that for the Grill Gamer, whatever your name was. Apologies if that's incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I have a note here. Here, hold on, let me... Yep, that's what it says. Okay, cool. And the other one is if I catch something, I should name it Milo, so I'll just do that for my next catch. Go ahead and do that. I do know who left that comment, and it's because it's their cat's name, who recently escaped and was gone for a couple of days, but is now back, which is excellent news. So this is a double battle here. Yeah, we're open. So I'll make sure I get the attention there so I can just go through the double battle rather than having to go through 2 separate battles. Yes, I have made my Pokemon evolve. I have grinded them to level 30. So, absolutely. Yeah, I can kind of like steamroll over basically anybody at this point, to be completely honest. It's not too much of a problem. I do want Daedalus to learn a water-type move, but I'm not aware of any that he can learn anytime soon here, which does complicate things a little bit. But go ahead and take out that Geodude, hopefully. Just shy. That's okay. It's not like they're going to do a whole lot of damage here. And I do one-shot the Lombre. That's perfect. Happy to see that, as always. And then Lemon's getting levels. Excellent. Lemon's getting level 17. I might switch out Rope pretty soon, depending on what I get. Again, I'm looking for some specific guys, but obviously this is a Nuzlocke, so I'm going to take whatever I can find. So, and by the grace of God, we're able to move on from last week's, or from the 2 weeks ago, actually, at this point. 2 weeks ago, debacle that was Bloody Thursday. I based that off of Bloody Sunday, which was, if I'm not mistaken, part of the Irish Revolution. So that's what that was a reference to. I do try to make my titles reference to things if I have the opportunity. So we're just going to go ahead and Dragon Rage him. There's honestly nothing that's really going to be too much of a threat right now to my team. It's just hyper leveled. And we'll be able to take on a lot of things. I think that, like I said, I think the next big challenge is going to be Norman. And then from then on, the game does get a little bit more difficult. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any big answers to Mormon. I'm not going to have any big answers to Norman with the team setup that I currently have, simply because he's normal type and he has he has Ace Laking in this game and a bunch of others that are pretty strong. They're all around level 30 or higher, so that's going to be a little tough for what I've got here. So that's going to be just a brute force kind of battle there. By the way, those little crevices you see over there, those are secret base places that you can have. So I'm just going to avoid that guy, and I'm going to come in here, and this is Meteor Falls, so I can get something here. There's a couple Pokemon in here that are fairly interesting. This is where I could scum for a Bagon, but I'm not going to. That's like, I'm definitely going to forget by the time that rolls around, so I'm just going to go for the catch. So, anyway. So this is the first encounter of Team Magma and Pokemon Emerald, and I do like what they did here with having both Team Magma and Team Aqua. I think that this is an overall better story. So, anyway, so they're going to run off to the volcano in the region, which I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the only volcano in a Pokemon game, in a mainline Pokemon game, rather. Because obviously Mystery Dungeon has a couple dungeons and volcanoes, but I'm pretty sure it's the only particularly active volcano. Because I think Sun and Moon has like an inactive volcano or something. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and catch. It's probably a Zubat. Yeah, it's a Zubat. But you know, Zubat can't have its uses, so we're not gonna diss the Zubat here. But I think a bite should be enough to bring it down because it doesn't have the highest special attack. Yeah, that's fine. He's gonna go ahead and bite me. That's fine. It's gonna do 2 damage because Daedalus is just has insane stats for this portion of the game. Most of the Pokemon are still either in their first or second stage of 3, so nothing's gonna be too difficult here. So we're gonna name this Zubat Milo out of respect for the commenters and the little stink butt that is Milo. Oops. Wow, I really cannot function today. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Okay, perfect. So we got that Pokemon. Then we're gonna head on out, I think. That doesn't really change up our team. Our team really, I'm gonna be passing off Ross, and then I'm gonna have Grill and Lemon. So we're gonna get Lemon up to like level in the mid-20s before I switch off that. So that's fine. Here I was hoping for like a Soul Rock or something. Get a little bit of a Psychic type in here. Also gives me rock coverage for the next gym, but that's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm currently being visited by my big boy cat. He has learned not to walk on my keyboard, which is awesome. Because I would always just pick him up if he was walking on my keyboard, but now he knows to avoid the flashy lights, which is very nice of him, and I very much appreciate it. The little stink butt, though, Jaxipoo, he still has yet to learn that, so he needs to be taught. He also doesn't know not to jump on the table and start trying to eat people's food, so we spray him whenever he does that. He's a little stinky boy. So, as far as the game goes right now, not much to comment on as far as strategy. It's kind of just like whack, you know. I'm so over-leveled, I'm just hitting them with whatever moves I have access to and trying to one-shot them so we can go see if I can catch a Spoink up on the route, the way down from the volcano. So we're just kind of seeing how much I can do here, and then obviously getting XP for Lemon, and then I'll be getting XP for Grill, so I can get a Dragon type. I'm glad that I ran into the Swablu, because I'd either want to have the Swablu or a Trapinch, because both of them evolve into Dragon type Pokemon that are actually fairly strong. Flygon is really good, and if you don't want to put in the effort to get a Bagon, and you don't want to deal with a Swablu, because Swablu's not that great, I would definitely go the Trapinch route, because you get Vibrava pretty quickly, and you'll have Vibrava for the 6th gym, I think, by that point. And then you'll definitely have Flygon for the Elite Four, and having a Dragon type is fairly important, because you either want to have a Dragon or an Ice type, so you can take on Drake. Ice type is obviously going to be preferred to Dragon in that sense, but not everyone knows where to get the Ice types, which are in Shoal Cave. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out for Sparky Jr. here. I might actually switch up to a different Pokemon in the front, because Daedalus is just kind of even more over-leveled than anyone else. But the problem is I don't think Sparky has any moves that can actually like hurt Wingull all that much. I think it just says Rock Smash at this point, right? Yeah. So because when I left it in the yeah, okay, that's not going to do very much at all. So I think I might actually just switch out again for a Rope. Yeah, having Rock Smash is kind of a problem, simply because I haven't gotten Strength yet, and I need to get Strength. So I need to head back to Maulville, break that rock, and then go ahead and crap. What was I thinking? And then that's how I get Strength that way. That's how you get Strength. You get Strength from the guy that's like trying to tunnel through the mountain. So anyway, we're just gonna clean up the trainers on the way back. I mean, sure, why not? I'll kill them. I have no problem just absolutely sweeping this nutbag. Yeah, because I think leveling up Lemon here is going to be important more so than if I get like a Spoink or something else. I do want to get a Spoink because I do think Grumpig is actually a fairly interesting Pokemon. It's not that great, and I would not recommend it for new players because it just doesn't have the stats comparable to like Ralts or something like that. But it is a fairly interesting Pokemon, and I enjoy, I enjoy its design, and I enjoy it as a companion. So I'm hopefully looking forward to getting one of those, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. So anyway. It's weird how they automatically will register themselves. It's like you don't get an option. Anyway, there's a Carbos right here, in case you didn't know that. He's guarding it. So I don't know if it fell out of his pocket or not, but it is. But camping is very fun. I do want to go camping with like some boys, some of my friends, and maybe my wife, I don't know. And go ahead and like, swap ghost stories and stuff like that. That would be really fun. Like I was saying, I think 2 episodes ago, I've been getting really into Wendigo stories, or Wendigo. Wendigo. It sounds like I'm from like the Outback or whatever. But I've been getting really into Wendigo stories, and I've been reading a lot of them, and they're pretty cool. They're kind of scary, kind of interesting. So I very much enjoy them. Probably one of my favorite like cryptid mythical Pokemon, mythical creatures. So anyway, we got Nuzleaf coming out here. We can actually send Sparky Jr. in here because Nuzleaf is Nuzleaf is part dark, so the fighting type move actually does something here. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm being greeted by Reggie again. He is on the move today. He's been very happy all day today. I let him out. I gave him a little bit of a walk. He likes to go outside and eat the grass. He also likes to go outside and just sit in the shade for whatever reason and just chill. So we go ahead and do that every day. Just give him a little bit of a walk, give him a little bit of excitement, and he's very happy for it. Same thing with his little brother. I'm actually taking Jax out occasionally with very tight supervision right now. But anyway. So we're just going to continue on this way. And we got a double battle right here as well. Okay, I appreciate it. I don't know very much about Pokemon, as you guys saw when my entire team got wiped. But so please do teach me. I love seeing that Roselia. That's like a lot of XP for me for free. So I think that the best strategy here, because I'm all out of Dragon Rage, is actually to tackle the Roselia and Mega Drain the Graveler. I think that's the most efficient use of my stuff. Okay, alright, well that's a one-shot, so that's awesome. Yeah, look at all that XP going around. That's awesome. I love seeing that. Perfect. Learned Magnitude Ground-type move that actually gives me a lot of coverage. Could have used that against Watson, not gonna lie, but we were able to overcome. We're able to improvise, adapt, and overcome, as Bear Grylls says. Except it didn't involve us drinking our own pee. So anyway, get all that XP here, that delicious, delicious XP. Very exciting, very exciting. Love that. So. I also, one of the things that I was talking to my wife about is that there's some, like, I've been having conversations with people. And right now, obviously, for many of you guys know that my wife is the one that's currently bringing in the money right now, because I'm still on the hunt for a decent job. But, I was telling my friends, it's like, we're fine financially. It's a tight budget, but it's a doable budget. We just have very low expenses right now. Because we're not, like, super extravagant people. Like, I've never been like that, and neither is she. So she's definitely a spender, or a saver rather. I'm a spender, but I only spend things when I'm hanging out with people, and in the current situation I'm in, there's, not that many things that I want to do with people that cost a whole lot, so I'm not really spending all that much. Anyway, that is to say, living on not that much pay, but with 2 people, it's definitely doable right now. But I'm talking to people, and, I have friends that live at home with their parents, and they're being very good with their money. And then I have friends that are not, right? I have friends that are, don't have to pay for food, don't have to pay for rent, and yet are still like, I'm having difficulty making ends meet. I'm like, what are your expenses then? Like, in all honesty, I don't, sometimes I don't understand that. It boggles my mind. Like, I have actual expenses, you know, food, rent, water, electricity, cat related stuff, you know, taking the cats in, definitely costs some money. It's a little bit more expensive than I thought, but it's not like, you know, the worst thing in the world. But I'm talking to these people, I'm like, you have a job, you make more money than I do, that's for sure. I don't make any money, actually. So anyone makes more money than me. And you live at home, you know, so your food and rent's basically covered. What are you spending on? It's like shoes, or, you know, just like little things like that, where it's like, oh, I gotta get the new Air Jordans there. You know, like, I got these $250 shoes, and it's like, I get one pair of $150 shoes like every, I want to say like 8 months, because they're running shoes for exercising. And, you know, I think that's a huge expense. And it just I don't think a lot of people understand saving. Like, I've saved in the past for a lot of things, like this computer that I'm using. Like, I saved up several months' pay, you know, outside of expenses and things like that for this computer. I saved up for the ring that I used to propose to my wife. You know, there's a lot of things that you got to save for that people, I think a lot of people just look at it in the sense of like, I don't need to save, I can spend money how I want to, and if I want something, I should get it. Because that's how they always lived, you know. I think that's how a lot of people my age lived, where they would just ask their parents for stuff, and their parents, well, were fairly well off, and they're like, oh yeah, absolutely, and haven't given you a gift this month, so might as well. You know, and I'm not saying that these people are ungrateful or anything, or deficient in morally. It's just, I think that they're used to it, so they expect the same when they are a little bit older, when they want a little bit more expensive things, and it's like, that's not necessarily how that works. So, it's just boggling my mind when I was talking to my wife. She's definitely the budgeter. I'm not that great at budgeting, and I'm very happy that she takes care of that for me. But, yeah, as I was saying, we're kind of just cleaning up here, and this is going to be a nice little double battle here as well, getting all that juicy XP for Lemon. I do very much enjoy Numel, do very much enjoy Camerupt as well as a Pokemon. It's been growing on me, particularly since I watched, what's his name? Terminal Montage's Battle Royale video. I thought that was really funny with the part where Camerupt, it kind of explodes and just goes everywhere. And also with the Mad Cargo that explodes too, because of apparently something to do with its, like, body temperature such that when it gets released from its Pokeball, it should explode with a bunch of heat or something. Something along those lines. I never really understood that, but then when you go ahead and read these things, like for example, like Fantrump's Pokedex introduction is something like, it's the soul of a child lost in the woods inhabits a tree stump or something like that. It's like, what the heck? I swear, I think that some of the people that wrote these Pokedex entries went on benders for a weekend or whatever, and then just decided that they were going to write up some Pokedex entries for a kid's game, where they're expected to be like between the ages of 8 and 12. And yes, of course, you're getting a 25-year-old man, aka me, playing an 8-year-old's game. But I have fun. This is my hobby. Leave me alone. I'm sad enough as it is. My rapidly deteriorating mental state doesn't need any more criticism. But anyway, that's a joke there, by the way, in case you weren't picking up on my rich sarcasm. So yeah, so we're kind of just steamrolling through all these guys, and it should be pretty easy. We did skip a good portion of the next route, because I'm going to be revisiting that after we get Surf, specifically. And Surf comes after the 5th gym, so it's going to be a couple more episodes before we see the secret hidden island of Jigglypuffs. When I was young, I had no idea that island even existed, which I think is great. It just goes to show it's another piece of this game that, in my opinion, makes it just that much better compared to some of the newer games, where like everything is, you go everywhere, whereas in this game there are certain places, like take Meteor Falls for example, if you go, you don't have to go deeper into Meteor Falls, but if you do, you will find Bagon, which I just think is freaking awesome, because you notice there's a waterfall. So first of all, you notice that there's, you know, the only way forward is through the water, right? So you would have to go through the water in order to progress. But then once you go through, you're like, oh crap, I can't go up this waterfall. So, but you get these TMs that allow you to do those things, so you make a mental note of it in a lot of places. So then once you get a waterfall, you can go explore Meteor Falls, and you can find a whole bunch of really cool stuff there, which I think is just really nice, because you're not required to. It's not part of the story. It's just like organic exploration there. You notice it when you go through it the first time. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to battle these guys. Both of them. They definitely, I swear they doubled the amount of trainers that are in this game compared to its predecessors. Alright. Kobe and whoever the other one was. That's a Skarmory. Skarmory's pretty freaking cool. I never knew it was a Gen 2... I didn't know it was a Gen 2 Pokemon until like just a couple of years ago. I always thought it was Gen 3. Because this is when I started, so it makes sense that, oh, hey, you know, this Pokemon that I've only ever seen in this generation, and it spawns naturally in the wild, and it looks really freaking cool. I'm imagining it's from this generation, you know. I also thought Meryl was for third generation Pokemon too, but that's clearly a second generation Pokemon. Come on, it's Peekaboo. All right. I'm very disappointed in Daedalus here. He did not one-shot the freaking Skarmory, so that's upsetting. Daedalus, you're getting released. You're gonna be set free. Oh no, I do not want to do that. I want a Gust. What? How did you miss? Oh, the sand attack. I was gonna say, it's ridiculous. At least I took out the Picnicker, so I just have to worry about Birdman. Birdman. I have a buddy whose name is Birdman, like legit. Like not his obviously not his Christian name or whatever. But his nickname is Birdman. So we're gonna switch out here for Lemon. Just because he's got 2 sand attacks on him, he's never gonna hit anything. So I'll get Lemon out here. Lemon's not gonna take any damage because Skarmory should die this turn, or not. That's fine. Whatever. That's upsetting, but whatever. At least Lemon will get a lot of experience out of this because he's actually in the battle. He gets even more experience than he would if he wasn't. That's 408. That's actually a lot. So Swellow's coming out here. Hit him with that Growl, which is good because he has a relatively high attack power. Hit him with the Ember, hit him with the Gust. That should be enough damage, I think. Sure, Gust does a lot. I would imagine Ember does a decent enough amount. Ah, crap. Yep, that's what I thought. The evasiveness boost plus the sand attack is enough, but 2 Gusts will be enough to take out this Swellow. So one of the first times I ever played this game, I got a Swellow, and it just kept on one-shotting things to the point where I just used that because there's no point using anything else, and I got to level 65 by the time that I was taking on the Elite Four. I was like, what the heck? Swellow's strong as crap. Alright, we got another guy. Yeah, wait, what? What did you just say? Did you just say that the volcano's eruption is proof that the Earth is alive? That's pretty out there. That's about as out there as that, what's her name? The mom in The Haunting of Hill House that came out a few years ago. It's like, oh, the house is alive. A house is alive. It's like, no. I guess in that movie, that house was alive. Or not the movie, the series, that house was alive. Yeah, I might add that series was very scary. I will say, I think that they did it really well. They did a really good job with The Haunting of Hill House. And if you're into kind of like some ghost story stuff like I am, I would definitely recommend checking that out there. And when I say into stuff, for me, particularly horror stuff, I enjoy it. It gives me like an adrenaline rush, but it absolutely terrifies the crap out of me. Like when I was in Ireland, I went to go see, what did I see? Saw some scary movie with my friends while I was there. And I was informed that I was more entertaining than the movie itself, which I thought was hilarious because I was just freaking out the whole time. Same thing when I went to go see Mama with one of my ex-girlfriends and a couple of friends. I was like hiding in my ex-girlfriend at the time, and apparently they were just watching me and not watching the movie because it was just too entertaining to see me just like freaking out the whole time. So this girl's got a new Mel. So we'll just switch out to Deadless here. Alright, bring out that new Mel. Yeah, I know that because she always says I need this parasol to protect my Numel for whatever reason from Ash. Which I'm like, out of all the things in the world that you'd need to protect Numel from, I don't think Ash is even on that list, considering it's fire and ground. I would imagine that it's just not necessary by any stretch of the imagination. I was really hoping for the tackle one-shot there. Alright, that Numel's gone. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, I hope you're exhausted. Try and protect that. Okay. Sliding under your parasol there, huh? Anyway, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna get that item. Heck yes. Max Ether. Alright. So, I think... What does this say? I know. Okay, so I think we'll probably end here. I know we're ending basically where we started, but we did go all the way through Fallarbor town, completely ignore anything of interest there, and then, because there's like a nugget I could have picked up on the ground or something like that, but I didn't really care. Anyway, so we ignored everything of interest there and just completed more of the story of the game. So next episode we'll be going to taking on Team Magma. We'll go ahead, we'll take on, you know, probably the 4th gym as well at the same time because they're fairly easy. And then we'll move on to our next big challenge. So if you like this series, if you like my general ramblings while I'm playing Emerald and absolutely crushing it, then please do leave a like down below, give me a subscribe, and let us know if you have any suggestions for nicknames or how to proceed with the series. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your week.